College is about living and learning. From academics to friends, Greek life to campus ministries, experiencing life to the fullest. Chronicling the times of Northwestern State University, this is Demon Life.
Hello and welcome to Demon Life. I'm your host Dylan Danos, and I'm here today with Daniel Thiels with KNWD. How are you doing today, Daniel?
Hey, good, Dylan. Thanks for having me on your show today.
Yes. So things at KNWD are really picking up. I hear it's been broadcasted a lot through campus this year.
Yeah. We've been trying really hard to branch out this year, to do things a little differently, and to really extend what we're able to do and everything. Really try to connect with campus and serve a radio station's purpose for a college.
I hear you. Now, with KNWD, is it only open to mass communication students, or other students allowed to? How is the best way for a student to get involved with KNWD?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, we're not open to just mass comm students. Really, any student on campus can get involved. Most definitely. We're also open to the Scholars College, LSMSA. We have student DJs from there that come and do shows and get experience that way. For students that would like to get involved, our offices are open from 8 in the morning till 8 in the afternoon. So you can come and talk to us and stuff. We have DJ applications. We even have staff position applications, which we hire semester to semester. A lot of them are scholarship positions. It's a great way to get experience. If you're looking at doing broadcasting in the future as a career, excellent way to get involved with that, get experience, something to put on your resume. So yeah, anybody that wants to get involved, by all means, we're arms wide open with it. Just all you got to do is come by and talk to us.
Now, what was your position at KNWD? You're general manager, right?
Yes, that's correct.
So is that for 2 years running now?
1 year so far. Yeah, 1 year. I applied last spring and was elected as the general manager. So
I hear you.
Yeah.
So big things coming up with KNWD. How are the newly? I understand that y'all are covering all the sports now, everywhere, and getting live broadcasting and streaming.
Definitely. Yeah, that was one thing we really wanted to start up this year. Is over the summer we did some renovations to our studio. We were able to completely clear it out and then just kind of rethink it from the ground up. One of the things that we did as part of the renovation was to install the capabilities to do high quality remote broadcast. So in the fall we started doing all the football games, which was a really great experience. It provides an opportunity for students that might want to do sports broadcasting, a real hands-on way to actually go in the field and do that. So we did do all the football games that were home games. Initially we were hoping to do the basketball games. We weren't able to work into our schedule. Basketball is a whole nother, it's a very fast-paced game.
Yes.
So we're hoping to get with the sports broadcasters that already do it to actually train a group of students to do the basketball. We want to do baseball next year also, but that's something that we're looking forward to in the future, is to cover all the sports and to make those games available to all students, since we are broadcasting online also.
Now, how many members do you have underneath you working at the staff at KNWD, and how do you manage your time?
That's a good question. We have, I believe this semester is 13 staff members that are working at KNWD, not including the student DJs. Student DJs, we have between 35 and 40. As far as managing the time goes, that's just been something learned, over the years kind of thing. But it's, there's a saying if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. I totally love doing this. I'm totally into it. Every day when I come to the station, I get to interact with all the staff there, and they're all great. They've been such a huge part of making this whole project work. Each one of them works hard to make everything flow smoothly. So. And
you're not only involved with KNWD, you're involved with other stations, right?
That's true, yes. Over the summer, I was fortunate enough to talk with another station owner in the area who owns KZBL Radio, KDBH Radio, and they were looking for somebody to fill in a morning position, which I never really did a lot of DJ work. I did DJ work, actually disc jockeying, playing music in places. But they needed somebody to fill in the morning spot, which was very early. You know, that was kind of the difficult part of filling that position.
It was around 4, right?
I usually wake up at
Around
4:30.
4?
Yeah, I got to
Wow.
get there at 5. So,
That's amazing.
yeah, it's been a learning curve, you know, waking up that early. But yeah, so I do that every morning. I do the news for KZBL and KDBH, and the weather, and then I do a 2-hour morning show on KDBH. So it's been a really good experience. You know, commercial radio is kind of a different monster. It's you have, you know, college radio, which you don't have to worry about ratings or any, you know, selling commercials or anything like that, which is awesome. You know, you don't have to worry about that part of it. But it's been a really
So
great
you have
experience.
to sell when you go on a live to keep your ratings up and keep the money coming in to keep the station.
I personally don't have to do sales, fortunately. You know, I tried it for maybe a few weeks, but it wasn't quite my cup of tea. But what I mostly do is I do production for commercials, and then I do the morning show and the news and stuff, which has been a really great experience. It kind of keeps me on a daily basis, you know, hands-on with what a radio station does, kind of thing.
Now, where are you planning to go in the future with all this, Daniel?
Well, I mean, really, I don't have any concrete plans right now, but I'm just kind of going with it as it goes along. You know, I definitely want to stay in radio. In my year and a half experience with it, I've fallen in love with it. I love how it changes on a daily basis. So, you know, I definitely want to stick with radio. As far as where it's going from here, you know, I'm just going to kind of, as things move on, see what doors open.
I hear you, absolutely. That's awesome. And big talk of the student life and has been around campus. DemonFest coming up. KNWD is the main sponsor of it. Tell me what's going on with DemonFest.
Sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah. DemonFest was something that was started. I don't know when the first DemonFest was, but I know back in the in 2000 and everything, around that time they tried starting it up, and I believe 2006 was the last one they did, and it just kind of went away for a few years.
2006.
Yeah. So, and then last year, Tara Luck, the previous general manager, wanted to start it back up. So we did another DemonFest last year. And it was a great experience, you know, all the planning that went into it, event planning.
I actually went. The weather was terrible, wasn't it?
Oh, gosh, yeah. The weather was probably the worst factor to play into that. Yeah, it was just a really gloomy day. You know, all the bands came out still, and the people who showed up, I think, had a great time. I enjoyed myself thoroughly. I thought it was an awesome experience having live music come to the campus all day kind of thing. But yeah, the weather really was a factor in that. But it kind of established something, you know, it set this precedent like, hey, we're wanting to do this, and we're serious about it, and it's something we want to continue. So I kind of look at last year's DemonFest as a good test run. You know, we got to experience what it takes to organize this kind of event, got to see what worked well, what didn't work so well, what we could do better for the future events. So moving forward with this year, you know, we've been planning this year's DemonFest literally all year since the last one got over with.
Really?
Yeah, we're really excited about it too. We've
I know, I've been hearing, I've been seeing posters and broadcastings of it. I mean, y'all have got a really set playlist this year, and it looks like it's going to be really big. Now, like a year of planning, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So what drove you to do all this? Like, I believe it's awesome that it's coming back, and I believe you're doing really well with it.
Oh, thank you. With the music festival stuff in particular, when I was in high school, a senior in high school, I was fortunate enough to be able to actually go to a big music festival. I went to Bonnaroo in 2009, and going to that, it was an amazing experience. And it was just so inspirational to go and see all of the people there, and everybody was there just to have a good time, to enjoy the music and everything, and that just kind of inspired me. And ever since I came to college here, something I wanted to do was to bring this music festival environment to campus. And I didn't know how it was going to work out, you know, what would be the means to do it. I was actually a music major for 3 years.
Really?
Yes, yeah, for 3 years.
What do you play?
Violin.
Come on.
Yeah. So, you know, I didn't really, it was just kind of in the background kind of thing. And then when I came into KNWD, I was like, this is perfect, you know. So yeah, and as we go into this year's DemonFest, I was, you know, able to work with all the staff in KNWD who also had some experience with festivals and stuff.
Now, where's DemonFest going to be located at this year?
This year, DemonFest is going to be on Iberville Field, which we've, you know, it's kind of an unofficial name for it. It's the field right next to Iberville where Sabine Hall used to be, and they tore down Sabine Hall a year or two ago, and it just left this beautiful flat land that's perfect for having these kinds of events. So we're going to have it there. It's going to be all day. Now, something we learned from last year, in case it does rain, we've reserved Prather Coliseum.
Really?
So that's set and everything. So if it does rain, we will have Prather Coliseum as an alternate location.
All right. So have y'all factored in like how long would it take for to move your staging area and everything to Prather, or is your team working out on setting up multiple locations?
Yes. In the whole planning process, we've actually planned for both locations. So hopefully it won't rain. But if it does, it'll be a matter of kind of flipping the switch, so to speak, to be like, okay, we'll take all these ideas and put them to Prather.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of merchandise, from what I understand, that it's going to be out there.
Yeah, that's true. We've tried to open it up to area art vendors and everything, especially art students, people that want to sell their artwork and stuff that they've created. We're not allowing any kind of like, don't ship a bunch of stuff in from China and resell it. Mm-hmm. We want artists to come and sell their stuff and have
like painting set up and
yeah, maybe jewelry they've made and stuff, or bracelets, stuff like that. Also, all the bands that are going to be there have the opportunity to sell their T-shirts or their albums and whatnot. So we really hope to have a good turnout of vendors that want to come and sell the stuff that they've created.
I hear you. Now, what did you go through picking your headliner? Being this is one of the largest college events that I've seen.
Yeah, that was a delicate process, really. I've been working a lot with Yana Posh, who does student activities on campus. She's been such a huge help with kind of giving advice and stuff, advising as far as event planning goes. We pretty much had this sheet of bands that had the price range and everything, and we had our set price. We're like, okay, we need to stay on this budget. So we kind of looked through everything, and then eventually came down on this band of Montreal, which is one of my personal favorite bands. When I was.
Now, can you go tell me about of Montreal?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. They've been around since 1996. They've put out over 12 studio albums. The Bonnaroo, which I was speaking of earlier, my first music festival, they were there. And they were just part of that whole experience, just kind of.
And that Bonnaroo goes on for what, 3 days?
It is 3-day music festival, yeah. Actually, it's 4 days now.
4 days?
If the first day, if you get there early, it's kind of a pre-festival kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of get there before everybody else, and they have some events going on. But
before everybody goes in the tents and.
Exactly. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. So, but of Montreal, I mean, like, we're super excited to have them here. We're actually catching them on an international tour. They're coming from Turkey, and then they're going to go to Natchitoches, and then they're going to go to Mexico City. So.
That is a big gap.
Yeah. We're catching them right in between that. We've been working with their booking agent, with their tour manager and everything to arrange everything. It's been a learning process, dealing with a band like that. But having them come and headline the festival has really helped us get other bands also.
So dealing with managers of bands, talking to other managers.
Yes.
Letting them know.
Yeah, and really our music director, Paxton Britt, has handled a lot of the other bands that are coming in, and once they heard that Of Montreal is going to be coming to headline the festival, they were a lot of people just wanted on board. So that helped us get a lot of great bands from across the country. We've got one from, I believe, Pennsylvania coming in, Peanut Butter Lovesicle, which is another big band, a little bit funny name, but they've also played big music festivals. England in 1819 is a really great one. They're from Baton Rouge, but they've played all around. Yeah. Shaliff is another great one. Of Montreal is probably the biggest band, well, definitely.
But we have a multiple variety of different artists coming to our campus.
Absolutely, yeah. Somebody we're really excited to have is Steel Bill, who is, have you ever seen Swamp People? Mm-hmm. He's the guy who wrote the intro song for it. It's kind of what he's known for, but he does a lot of other stuff too. He does hip hop, country, folk music.
So he's a variety musician, of what you could say. He could pick up 5 different instruments and just roll with it. Definitely. Very talented individual.
Super nice guy too. Great guy. Yeah, I actually got the pleasure of meeting him once. He came to the studio to do an interview with somebody, and I had no idea who he was. And we sat and talked for a little while. Super awesome guy. But we're really happy to have him to come to DemonFest and be a part of it. So.
Well, that's good. And a lot of people are saying, how are y'all able to pull DemonFest off with the budget cuts and coming everything? Could you elaborate a little of that?
Sure, yeah. In the way that student media is funded is not, we don't take from the state budget, so to speak. We actually are we have student assessed fees, which, every semester when you pay your registration, a portion of that, and you can see it on your bill and everything, it's student fees. So we get a small portion of that goes to student media, and that's where our budget comes from. And we've actually been able to save up for over the past years to kind of have a pillow to make this whole event possible. Now we will be selling wristbands to the event for non-students. So of course, Northwestern, LSMSA, BIPC, and Stephen F. Austin students can all get in for free with their ID.
Now, you've personally traveled to a few of these universities to actually go promote DemonFest, is this right?
Yeah, actually, yeah. I went to Stephen F. Austin a few weeks ago, made contacts with their radio station manager, and they're helping us promote it over there. Actually talked to a few people who are helping spread the word. I recently went to Nichols this past weekend to pass out posters, talk to people. So we're really hoping to get them involved too. They're a great university with a great station also. And then of course LSMSA, which is on our campus. Been working with them to help get them out. I really feel like they'll enjoy this whole music festival environment. So we're really trying to network out and to bring people into town. We recently came off of Mardi Gras break, and we were able to have posters ready for the break, so when everybody went home or went to wherever they were going,
they could just pass them out, and that's awesome.
Exactly, yeah. And so if people want more information, we have it on the posters to just go visit our website, which fills in the gaps there. And of course, people can contact us, call us, or email us with any more questions about it.
I hear you. And I'm very excited. What is the exact dates on DemonFest again coming up?
DemonFest is actually going to be a 2-day festival this week, or this month. March 21st is actually a NSU Students Showcase. So we're going to have NSU students play that night prior to the actual music festival. Then March 22nd, that Saturday, it's going to be all day. We're going to start at 11 o'clock that morning, go until probably about midnight that night with music. So March 21st, March 22nd.
I hear you. Excellent. Now, a little bit about this. How are other ways that people on campus could help you promote, and within the community of Natchitoches as well?
Sure. With promotion and everything, really word of mouth. We're trying to, tell as many people as possible what we're trying to do, and that's usually the best way of getting the word out about an event is word of mouth. If people are interested in helping, though, by all means, we need help. It's a big event. We need volunteers to help out with it. Courtney Page, who is our assistant music director, is head of volunteers for this festival. So she's kind of heading up that and everything. So if anybody out there is interested in volunteering for DemonFest, you can email Courtney. Her email address is on our website. You can find it there. You can stop by the station. Like I said, our doors are open from 8 to 8. Come find us, talk to us. We'd be happy to discuss it more with you.
Now, where is the station located?
KNWD is located in Kaiser Hall in room 109, so very first floor. We actually have an outside door with speakers on it, so if you just listen for it, you'll find it eventually. So,
absolutely. While they're walking to the caf.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Or Vicks.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. I'm very excited for DemonFest. How is KNWD going to be covering everything? Are y'all going to be live while covering DemonFest as well?
We've thought about it. We might do some remote broadcast of it, like maybe have somebody out there on location interviewing people. It might be a little difficult to do broadcast of the actual music, just because, with radio and obscenities and stuff like that, we don't know exactly what each band's going to play, so we're probably going to stay away from doing that. We don't expect a lot of it, but still, we would rather play it safe with the broadcast. But we'll probably be on location doing remote broadcast, interviewing folks and whatnot like that.
Yes. And now tickets, we do have tickets for sale on campus and everything, but off campus in the community, is there going to be, because I know we have a lot of, on Front Street, the student life likes to go there and around, and that's where a lot of publicity in this town happens, with the stage and everything that they bring.
Yeah, with tickets and specifically, we're not doing any pre-sale tickets. But anybody, you know, we're going to have tickets at the door and everything. We don't expect to run out. I mean, it'd be great if we did. That would be awesome to have a full packed field. But, you know, people can just buy their tickets at the gate. Like I said earlier, they're $10 for non-students, free for NSU, LSMSA, BIPC, SFA students.
Now, security-wise,
Mhm.
what are y'all looking at?
Well, we are having security from the NSU police coming in, and they're going to help. You know, we have to do that from the policies. But we also have a internal security team we're putting together. Our news director, Micah Pickering, is going to head that up and everything. We have a group of volunteers that are just going to be kind of like more of safety officers to make sure everybody's good, make sure everything is okay, to be more of a assist the actual hired security kind of thing. You know, we hope that nothing ever gets out of hand or anything. We don't expect
Right.
it to. Usually in these environments, people just want to go and have a good time kind of thing. But we will have security there by NSU police. So.
Well, I'm excited. Thank you for your time, Daniel. And thank you for watching NSU. This was another Demon Life. I'm Dylan Daniels bringing it to you. And good night, Natchitoches.